my friends, this is Phil again and welcome back to my channel. So this one is another news episode including some huge changes that Bethesda is planning on the way. Let's start with something already working in the game. So this week is the free Fallout First week. What you can do is you can claim the Fallout First from the Atomic Shop. Once you claim the first membership, please claim the scrap box. This big blue box in this picture. And then you can transfer all your janks into this scrap box, and they will stay there even after the first membership expire. And that means you can store all your janks during this week in a scrap box and leave it there, and you can always use them afterwards. By doing this, you're gonna empty a lot of space from your stash box. You can put more valuable things in there, for example your legendary gears. So this is the best benefit for this Fallout First free membership week. And then there's another Brotherhood Steel event coming for 3 weeks. It's actually starting from today, the 15th of June. I don't know which time zone you are in, but the event is gonna start at 5 p.m. Greenwich Mean Time. You can calculate the time to your local time zone. So in order to join this event, you need to clear a few free stuff from the Atomic Shop. The first one is the skin for your backpack. This is a boss backpack skin. And if you don't have a backpack yet, you can claim a small backpack for free in the Atomic Shop as well. Once you equip this backpack with this Brotherhood of Steel skin, there will be daily challenges start from today, and by finishing the daily challenge you will get some random rewards which mainly are consumable, but every week you're gonna have one good reward if you finish all the daily challenges during this week, which includes a player icon, a Pip-Boy skin, and a new flag. And if you complete at least 2 weeks challenge before the event finish on the 6th of July, so it's gonna last for 3 weeks, you're gonna unlock a new Brotherhood Steel Recon helmet, which is this one. It's a bit different from the helmet we get as a reward from the daily op. If you're a Brotherhood of Steel fan, you will want to get this helmet. And right after the Brotherhood of Steel event on the 7th of July, which is Wednesday, the second part of the Brotherhood of Steel's quest line gonna come up in the next patch, which is called Steel Rain. I don't want to give you any spoilers here, but the quest line is good. It's really good compared with the first half. You're gonna have to make some hard decisions here, which really brings yourself into the game. I mean, it's probably not gonna really change how the game looks like or how Appalachia is functioning at this moment, but it's finally provide me some feeling that I'm actually playing the Fallout game. Because personally, I think the making hard decisions is the best part inside the Fallout games. It's very, very attractive. This Steel Rain bring that feelings back to me. I'm sure you're gonna like it. Make sure you get your time reserved to play this quest line after the 7th of July. And as I mentioned, it's gonna be on a Wednesday. It's kind of awkward because normally Bethesda roll out their patches on Tuesday or on Thursday. But in that week, the Monday is a public holiday in US, and a lot of people might take the second day off. I think that's probably the reason the studio want to actually postpone it to Wednesday. Anyway, I'm really looking forward to that because it comes together with the good quest line, the disappointing legendary crafting system. As I introduced in the previous episode, I'm totally not happy about them. They take my unyielding power armor away. But again, I think it's something new in the game. I definitely will try it out. I do have a few precious gears. I want to make them legendary. Then the next news is Bethesda finally decided to take away nuclear winter mode from the game. I know for some of you this is really a bad news. There are people only play this mode in Fallout 76 at this moment. But according to Bethesda, the vast majority of the player is enjoying their PvE world, aka the adventure mode, and the nuclear winter mode is basically already dead. Too few people play it. This is why when you want to play the nuclear winter, half an hour to find a match, it's really a stressful experience. I personally don't mind Bethesda take it away, cause to be frank, I suck in PvP. But if you really love this mode, and if you want to let Bethesda hear your voice, there is currently a petition that player has been organized to ask Bethesda don't retire the nuclear winter. I'll leave the link down below in my description area. If you want to join this petition, just feel free to join it. I think there's about over 1,000 people have signed it. And the good news is if you have ranks already in the nuclear winter it's not going to be wasted. As Bethesda said, every single Overseer rank going to be converted to legendary perk coins. For each level of Overseer, you get 6 perk coins. That means if you're level 100, you have 600 free perk coins after they actually removed this mode in September. And on top of that, you're gonna get 1 perk coin for each Overseer ticket you earn to a maximum of 200. So that means by maximum, you can gain 800 perk coins just by playing the Nuclear Winter before it's removed. And every single one who ever played Nuclear Winter will also receive a Nuclear Winter themed pennant for your camp. I'm really not a fan of pennants, I got plenty of them, so thank you Bethesda, that's something I don't care. But perk coins, definitely welcome. And this week, as you know, it's a double XP week. That means you can gain double XP in the Nuclear Winter mode as well. So I would consider it's a good investment of your time to play the Nuclear Winter during this double XP week. Level up your Overseer rank as quick as possible, and later you're gonna get them converted to perk coins. And in addition, there are some rewards you can only get from the Nuclear Winter at this moment. They can be moved to the Adventure mode and be dropped in different events like the Scorched Earth Project Paradise Encrypted, the Colossal Problem, and even for the Treasure Hunter event. So if you ever wondered whether you can get this Nuclear Winter cosmetics, the answer is yes. And finally, the biggest news ever that we have been expected since 2019 is the Expedition, the DLC level of new content, gonna finally be released in the second half of 2022. 1.5 years later, we're gonna finally have this expedition, and as a lot of players expected, this will happen in the pit. It's the old place we've been played in Fallout 3.
Delta, report, over.
And judging by the video that Bethesda just released for this DLC, I think it's gonna be a Brotherhood of Steel quest line that we can finally travel to a different place outside Appalachia in a vertibird. And thanks to us, who actually found this fusion power core in the beginning of the Brotherhood quest line, the vertibird can finally have enough energy to do long haul flights. It's 316 miles between these two places, from West Virginia's Appalachia to Pittsburgh in Pennsylvania. It's only about 5 hours driving in the current days, but in the post-nuclear war world, it's gonna be a hell of a travel for the Wastelanders. And clearly, a squad team has been sent to the pit by the Brotherhood of Steel in Appalachia to investigate something. And inevitably they got wiped off, so us, the player, can step in to go over to check what exactly happened to them, and there might be some kind of rescue missions in the content as well. But this place, the pit, is full of radiations, and radar has been infested in this region, and this place is famous for the genetic disease spread in the populations. The infamous chalk has been thrived in this area. I'm sure we're gonna meet them again in Fallout 76. And I found some interesting details in this video clip. Like we see the super sledge has been spotted. That probably indicates we can have super mutants hanging around in this area. And I also see C4 explosives lying on the ground. So my personal suspicion is this SCOT team has been sent to this area. So what I'm guessing is this SCOT team has been sent here to retrieve some kind of technology asset, and they need to actually explode something up to find this asset. That means it might be buried under some kind of trashed buildings or even under the ground. And then we see the NPC one on the right corner wearing some sort of scout armor, who's been killed, and he's using a combat shotty. So what I'm trying to do here is trying to find out whether there's any new weapons that Bethesda sneak into these video clips. And then the NPC number 2 Scott is just on the right hand side. He's apparently wearing the Brotherhood of Steel special op suit, the one we always get in our daily ops. He's using a .44 revolver pistol. That is definitely not powerful enough to defend himself in a dangerous place like the pits. The interesting is on his left hand side, I found this device is laid down on the ground with an antenna attached to it. Initially I thought it's a push to talk device, but then I realized it's totally different from the one that another NPC was using inside the vertebrate. So I think that might be a detection gear for them to actually allocate the technology assets they're actually looking for. And then the third NPC's dead body is partially behind a broken wall. The interesting thing is apparently he's a dweller, although he's wearing his Pip-Boy on his right hand instead of left and facing inward rather than outward. And if we look closer, we can see the name of this character is called Expedition Leader, so he might be the leader of this scout team. I'm not 100% sure whether Bethesda is trying to indicate that the pit is a so dangerous place even the dweller will be killed, or they actually send a dweller in the scout team and we need to actually recover his Pip-Boy. Another interesting on his Pip-Boy is the status sign shows he's dead with the tombstone on the back. I never saw that on my Pip-Boy. It might appear after I'm dead, but who knows? That's interesting. And I named the one who's still alive inside the vertebrate number 4. I'm not sure about his destiny. He might be killed in the operation, or he might flew back to Appalachia and reported everything to the leader of the Brotherhood of Steel, who then decided to send another team to find out or to continue the mission that the first scout team has been failed. But everything is just suspicion. It's just a guess from the details inside the video clip at this moment. We don't know for sure what exactly this DLC is gonna be about. But one thing I can fairly sure, it's gonna be a big chunk of content with new NPCs and new storylines, probably with new factions as well, and of course new enemies, the Trog. I'm really looking forward to meet them again, and the only thing is it's still way ahead of us. 1.5 years. Come on, I can't help be curious what Bethesda gonna do between now and the time where they're gonna release this DLC. But that's all for today, and if you like the content, please give me a thumb up and subscribe to my channel. But until next time, Phil Against out.